to the Ramble Radio, motherfucker!
But
Yeah.
video.
Is it?
Video by a slim majority.
By a slim, very slim majority.
By just a couple seats. It's video.
Uh-oh. And speaking of,
Yeah.
you think it's just the twos of us.
Yeah?
It is again.
Oh, well.
It is. Well, I mean, dude, he's busy.
The big announcement. The big announcement.
I mean, because they sold us that, what do they need to fix? Inflation?
Right.
Gas prices.
Right.
And how are they going to fix it? They're getting Hunter Biden, baby.
Yeah.
Get that laptop,
Yeah.
motherfucker. That's how we fix this. That's how we're going to fix all these problems.
Get that elected official. Bring him down.
Bring that elected official and his laptop down. That guy who's just been we've been under his tyrannical thumb for how long now, Hunter Biden?
Too long.
Too long.
Seems like eons.
Eons we've been under this man's.
The cruel rule of Hunter Biden.
It's coming to an end. It's coming to an end.
Thank God for Jim Jordan.
Man, godly. It's like now you think, okay, now I get why he just turned a blind eye to kids getting molested. Right. I get it now.
He's been on the trail of Hunter Biden this whole time. He couldn't be bothered with
really, man.
For kids that were probably asking for it anyway.
Probably asking for it. This man just exudes the values that we need in offices. Oh shit! Here we go, man. So I should give everyone a cancer update.
Oh, please.
Yeah.
Please.
So I was all excited. We thought we were gonna get in this clinical trial.
Yes.
And we were told, yeah, you're in.
Mm-hmm.
Then they told Andre and I, no, sorry, your mutation does not allow for this. And then our old oncologist.
Worst X-Men power anyway.
Worst mutation
that doesn't allow for clinical trials.
Right. A really rough one. And then our old oncologist, she told this new dude who was all gung-ho on the trial. She was like, no, it does. And it turns out this dude really hadn't even read my records or anything.
Right. He just wants people in the trials.
He wants asses in the seats of this clinical trial. That's all he cares about. He just needs to fill this thing up.
It's like a Trump rally. I don't care who's there.
I don't care. Here, just come on in. We're gonna give you this red hat. Come on, we're giving you $30. And he so he. Speaking of, do you think executing all drug dealers was that a Cody Villafana?
That's trademark Cody Villafana.
Trademark Cody Villafana. Murdering instant execution for drug dealers.
No trial, no jury, just
kill him.
Caught with drugs, you're dead.
That's a Cody.
That's a Cody.
Woo.
That's a hard Cody Villafana.
His thumbprints are all over that one. And so she was like, "No, dude, the mutation does in fact allow for this trial."
Oh.
So then we get the call, "Hey, you're in." And then I go in for testing.
Yeah.
I was there all day. They did EKGs, CAT scans, blood work. And I'll say this about this facility over the place that I had been getting previously treated at. We go to this second opinion place. Eddie.
What?
That cafeteria.
Oh. The bomb?
Ooh, it was. I mean, the other place was you had to smuggle me in to Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, I brought you food.
Like you would smuggle me in food because the food there was so bad. I got some double takes too from like the nurses and stuff because Eddie would bring in a fucking McDonald's bag. And then the lunch guy would show up with this tray of horrific food and be like, the fuck did this guy get McDonald's? It was genius. But
you want to smuggle food out of this cafeteria?
This place,
right?
Oh my
That's what
God.
Here.
Oh my God. And so it was fucking delicious, this cafeteria. But that's maybe the biggest.
Little Caesars, this cafeteria, like just right below a Little Caesars?
No, I think we'd crush more puss at this one.
Really?
I really do.
Okay.
I really think I was, because that was my first thought. Second thought was how good the food was.
Right. First one is how much.
First thought, if Eddie and I were here,
we're smashing
every
so
day,
much.
Every day.
Just smashing and
the
crushing.
oncologist pussy you and I would be getting. Right? I mean, they wouldn't have time to fight cancer.
No, the death rate for cancer would skyrocket
Skyrocket.
because
they wouldn't have time.
Because we're too busy smashing oncologist
Just
ass.
smashing cancer Dr. Poon is what we'd be doing. I mean, it was I mean, imagine how many the nurse turnover rate
Oh, dude.
at that place. Imagine all the sit downs their supervisors would have, like, your production has plummeted.
Just
What's going on?
absolutely
And
off
then,
a cliff.
and then imagine the supervisors that get fired because, like, well, I've got to go see what's going on at this cafeteria for
Right.
myself.
And then we smash
And
them.
Her world has just been rocked by, I mean,
By either one or both of us.
both. Come
Probably
on.
both.
both.
Probably both. DP or not me, that's what I say. DP or not me.
There it is. So I go in and get all these testing, all this shit done, and they're like, hey, it all looks great. Like, there's no other weird diseases in you, right? Everything looks good.
Good. It's
to
good.
go
Good stuff.
for this
yeah.
trial. And then they're like,
Excellent.
oh, wait a minute. We get a phone call.
Oh, no.
It's like, we need to see CAT scans 3 months after your last chemo.
Okay.
Did you do a CAT scan within 3 months of your last chemo? And I did. And they're like, we need to see some form of growth on those tumors within those 3 months,
All right.
or else you are no longer eligible. And the good news is there was zero growth.
Hey.
So that's good, but it kicked me out of the trial.
Right.
And we were like, well, we got the runaround. Andrea was hopping mad, dare I say?
Oh.
Hopping mad. And we got the runaround from the trial. So she's like, I don't even know if I want to go back to this place. But we called our patient advocate there, and he was livid. He got hopping mad.
He grinded some gears.
He was grinding gears. Eddie, look, your son is not there, right? So I can say this?
You can say whatever you need.
He was as mad as the wind.
Ooh.
Colton hasn't heard that yet.
No. No, he's 18 before.
Right, you can't. Right, at least 18. You can't tell him.
At least.
At least the phrase "mad as the wind." So this guy was, and he was like, "Well, let me." He said, "There's another very excellent oncologist there that has an appointment on November 30th to see you. Maybe you can get like a legitimate because we never got a second opinion."
No,
the guy was just like, "Here, hey, like, just sit down."
He was like Oprah with cars.
Right, just get in the trial. Get in the trial.
You get a trial. You get a trial.
That's all he was doing. This guy. And so we never even got a second opinion.
Oh, man.
So it's right. So then we go in and it's November 30th. And I'm like, that's a little long.
Yeah.
A little long of a wait. And the advocate was like, no, I totally understand. Let me see what I can do. And personally, I think he pulled the plug on a person to free up. Yeah, I don't want to believe that, but Eddie, we were told it would be the 30th.
Yeah.
And then now there's an appointment on the 15th all of a sudden.
Seems a little suspicious.
Seems a little fishy.
Little
I
sus.
think maybe he probably,
Well, someone wasn't doing so well.
Right, like, you know what? Just pillow over the head.
This guy's 74.
Right.
He's got no family.
You're in.
You're in.
And so we go in on the 15th. She was fucking amazing. We were like, Andre and I were like, we're going to need a miracle to stay here.
Yeah.
And she was that fucking, she was that Doug Flutie pass in college.
Wow.
Like, it was like.
Boston College, BC versus Miami.
Yeah, that's what it was. It was like, fuck, okay. And she even, she had some choice opinions. Here's what makes the other guy look even worse.
Okay, what?
She said, I wouldn't even have put you in a trial.
What?
She's like, I don't even understand.
Just slamming the dude.
Just slam. I mean,
wow.
It was.
That's my quarterback.
Right. It was. You know what it was? It was like, if you can imagine one person giving an Ultimate Maniacs promo. One person. She was one person going after DiBiase the way Macho Man and Ultimate Warrior did.
Wow.
When they were. By the way, is that the Ultimate Warrior's greatest hour? I think it was. Pairing him with Macho as the Ultimate Maniacs.
I mean, if you want a promo that's going to make no sense
whatsoever.
If you want a rudderless promo,
it's those two.
It's those two.
How Vince,
if you want promo with no grounding whatsoever.
How did Vince not go, okay, this is our tag team, day one. We're putting these two together, and they're just going to cut promos. How did it take that long for them to get formed is what I don't
You want
understand.
just a promo that's just a ship adrift at sea. That's what that is.
That's what that was. And boy, did she cut one on the other.
Just doctor on doctor crime. Wow.
She's like, I wouldn't even put you on a treasure because you've responded fantastic to chemo. She was like, why would we rock the boat? Like, why you put trials are very unknown. They can go bad. She's like, I don't understand this. And so she was great. And so I think we're going to find out. I think we might start early December. She was like, your things are still fucking tiny. And she was like, but I don't want to wait too long.
Right.
But you're not like we have to get you in yesterday.
Right.
So we're probably. I think we're going to start early December.
Nice.
And here's the thing.
Yeah.
This facility, 20 minutes away from Frankenson, tops.
Oh, well, I mean, it almost. I'm not a spiritual or a religious man,
Right.
but it seems as if you got cancer to begin with as a divine intervention to get us to this point.
So I'm thinking you take me. I say I demand to be treated on Wednesday morning.
Right.
If the chemo there is going to be an infusion, it's going to be like about a 5-hour day total.
Yeah.
And maybe 2 hours of chemo, prep work, all that other shit.
Yeah.
We get 8 in the morning. You drop me off.
Yeah.
And then
right there.
where do we go? Right when they open.
It almost seems like a few years ago, Jesus snuck into your bedroom at night, put his finger up your ass, and gave you
me a
cancer
little tumor.
just to get to this moment.
I think. What else could it be, Eddie?
I can't make any other sense of it.
What else? You've solved it.
Jesus
That's
fingered
it.
your butthole to get us
Just
to Frankenson.
Little diddle, so we could go as often as we want now. I mean, just a little diddle there. I don't know. And
Worth it. Everything you've been through, worth it.
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably. And then think about this.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to talk divine intervention, imagine how dripping wet our peni will be before we leave for Frankenson.
Oh.
Do you ever think about that too?
I-
We're going to be at that cafeteria
Oh.
all day. 5 hours in that cafeteria.
Just crushing and smashing.
Crushing, smashing, and then we go to Frankenstein.
Maybe a little axe and
Right.
axe smash and crush.
Axe, smash, and crush that poon. So, I mean, now let's get down to business. Andor. Holy shit.
Well, I think we found a new badass in the Star Wars universe.
The baddest.
Perhaps the baddest ass in Star Wars.
He was already up there after the monologue.
Like jury was out on him until last week for me.
Yes.
I was like,
Yep.
this guy's kind of a douche. I can't wait for Andor to put a knife in his back.
Yes.
I don't really like what he's doing. He seems wishy-washy. He's using people. Then he lays the smackdown on that spy.
Who's getting a little shaky.
I'm like, fuck, dude.
That spy's getting a little shaky. He's like, look, motherfucker. Look, here.
You asked me what I've given up? Fucking everything.
You don't think you're worried about your stupid daughter? Let me tell you what I'm worried about, pal. Let me tell you what I've given up. And then that fucking maneuver.
Well, first he pulls a gun on Saul Guerrero in Saul Guerrero's house.
Not even afraid of him.
And Saul's like, you're going to do that to me in here? You're not getting out alive. He's like, meh.
All right, whatever, man. The fact that Guerrero was like, all right. Respect.
Guerrero's nuts.
And he's like, okay, I don't want to fuck with this guy anymore.
Right.
This guy got my respect. Like, and then that maneuver.
Oof.
Because what do we learn from Star Wars? You're in a tractor beam, it's over.
You're done. You're taken. You're taken.
Boarded. And
I was waiting for them. That whole sequence, I'm like, oh, fuck. Well, this is the last we see of Luther.
Yes.
That's it.
Yes.
We're done.
He's done.
We're just going to see his ship explode.
And then the look on that dude's face, the Imperial officer, who's just like, wait a minute. How does his ship can't do that?
Fucking just disintegrated his little space disc.
I mean, and then just, what was it, 4 fighters and a bomber?
Yeah.
It got, whatever.
And he's not even sweating. Like Han Solo is running around the cockpit of the Falcon.
Right.
In that situation, trying to figure shit out. He's just like kind of like giving some side eye as he's blowing up TIE fighters.
What's the name of his droid? I forget the name of his droid.
I forgot.
He's like, do that thing. Okay, you know what? Do that other thing.
Okay,
like, that's it.
He's gone. And then that officer that ship is just sitting like, I'm dead.
What
I'm fucking dead now.
Happened? How much money did I just cost the Empire pulling over a traitor? Like a guy who's just trading goods from Alderaan, and how much did I fucking cost us?
Oh,
like, holy! And what's going on? Like, what's Incel Boy gonna do now? I'm very curious as to what he is.
Oh, I think he's obviously going to get some sort of ship and go back to.
He's going to try to bring him in himself.
Yeah,
right?
He's going back there.
Like he wants to be
For
like,
sure.
I cuffed him, I got him, I take him to, the evil blonde lady, and be like, look, now we can fuck, right?
Right.
Like, that's his whole. Man,
you find me attractive now, right?
Yeah, now I'm hot, right? One more to go, dude. I'm just. This is. I was a little worried when the prequels were first announced because we were very excited. You remember that first trailer?
Oh, like, an epic trailer.
I mean, but then when Lucas had that line about, someone had said, a lot of your fans have grown up now. And he said, well, this is still a kid's movie, right? Like, I'm not just going to put out some rated R bloodbath. And I was like,
yeah.
Oh, no. Right? Yeah. Part of me was like, that's fine.
Right.
But.
Part of me, I saw what he was trying to do. He's trying to create a new generation of Star Wars fans. I get it. Right.
And then it was. But this is the Star Wars I've always wanted since Return of the Jedi. It's not necessarily R-rated, but it's just got so much gravity and weight behind it, and it's so fucking gritty. And I thought we were going to be promised this with that 1313 video game, right? With the rumored game where it was going to be like in the underbelly of Coruscant, and and didn't really get it, right? It was just everything.
I was hoping we would get a little bit with Solo, a Star Wars story, when because it was going to be about smugglers and the underground, and
and they're all supposed to be just ruthless, and you can't trust anybody. And
I thought that's what we're going to get towards Solo. We're going to see something else. We're going to see bounty hunters and smugglers and shit like that. And it was like, it still played to that, which I get because that's Star Wars and that's what it is. But I get that.
This is the first Star Wars thing to be like, we probably don't want to have your 5-year-old watching this with you. Well,
5-year-olds not going to get it. They're not going to. It's the dialogue's so thick, and you have to listen to some scenes over and over again just to understand what's happening.
Man, and so now we got, first off, heartbreaking, the droid.
Yeah.
On Fennec. Heartbreaking. Dude, how did they turn that into fucking Little Orphan Annie? It was
dude.
Oh,
like
God.
You felt for that droid more than when when Luke saw Aunt Beru and Uncle Owen burn to a crisp.
It was like, whatever.
This
when harder.
When fucking Padme's going, Anakin, you're tearing me apart. You're breaking my heart.
Right. Nothing.
When Obi-Wan goes, you were my brother, Anakin.
Nah, nothing.
That droid.
When that droid goes, but could you stay at least tonight? It was like, oh man, it's a lost puppy.
Oh.
It was, fuck, dude.
Probably the saddest death experienced by a Star Wars character to me.
Yes, because.
I mean, I didn't feel for it, but I got so much from that droid.
Yep.
Making me think, oh my God, what a loss for that poor creature.
What a loss for that creature. Absolutely. Because, again, Luke had just kind of met Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
Right? And then
Rey just met Han Solo.
Rey had just met Solo. And okay, the Obi-Wan Qui-Gon thing, sure, but it was a mirror of Luke Obi-Wan.
And we saw all those deaths. We didn't see this death. We just saw an empty chair.
Yes, it was like, fuck, man. God, that was just. And then let's do Mon Mothma about to hoe out that daughter. God damn.
Well, the daughter seems fine with it.
Which is that's heartbreaking.
She's full on Book of Mormon, it looks like.
Yes, that is heartbreaking. That her daughter just like, no, I'm all in. I just want to serve my man.
I'm a Chandrillian through and through.
God.
And my mother's like, really? Because I thought I raised you better. Me and your aunt over here thought we raised you better. The aunt was
even like, the fuck you talking about? What's she doing? Like, it was, whew, man. And I love the way there is just tension dripping in every scene. It is, I mean,
and to see Mon Mothma's face where she's just like, she wants to start crying and it's just welling up and welling up. Oh my God.
And then the tension between her cousin and Luthen's assistant.
Yeah.
I'm like, one of them's going to shoot the other one right now.
Well, she's like, she's trying to play the game of like, what can I show you? And she's like, no, we need to talk.
And she's like, what can I show you? Like, she's just, and I'm like, some shit's going to go out. Of course, the scene with Luthen and Saw.
Yeah.
And then the scene with Luthen and the Imperials. And then even like what was, I thought, a great misdirection that I completely fell for were those two like redneck alien fishermen that capture Andor and Melshi, and you think they're gonna eat them, or something.
They're fishing. They're fishing on land, is what it looked like.
They're just fucking with them, and then they're like, "Oh yeah, fuck the Empire. We'll give you guys a ride out of here." Yeah. It's just so like, you guys, we're cool. Where do y'all want to go?
Now, I have one question. I've only watched the show once. Maybe have to go back and see it again. What's her face? The girl that was the girl that didn't get out of the heist, but she made her way back.
Cousin's lover.
Yes.
Yep.
She's now on Ferrix.
Fennec or whatever. Yeah, Ferrix.
She got sent there.
Yeah.
Did she kill Andor's mother? Did she poison Andor's mother to try to draw Andor out? Because as far as we know, Lucen is still trying to tie up that loose end of Andor.
Okay, here's the weird thing, because I wondered that.
Because they keep showing her, and they showed her, like, they had that one scene where the guy walks in, and she's like, "Oh, I just got here last week." Like, what? Why are they showing her there?
Here's what I'm thinking. At first, I thought, so I'm going back and forth between, is she doing that to draw him out?
Yeah.
Right? But when you hear Luthen's conversation, where it almost sounds like when he's all talking code with his assistant, it's like maybe he doesn't want to kill him. Maybe he wants to recruit him. And so I'm wondering if she's his parachute. I wonder if he goes back, right?
Yeah.
For the ceremony, whatever, to pay last respects. He gets caught, and I'm wondering if she's the one
who pulls him out.
Yes.
Because I'm just curious, because she shows up there last week in the previous episode, and now the mom dies.
Yeah. But when the mom said the doctor came to visit in the previous, I thought it was that psycho torture guy.
Right.
You know?
And did he poison her?
Right. But I think she's there in case he comes back to grab him.
I don't know. It's very, I don't know. I couldn't tell if she maybe killed him.
Because with everything that's building, you have the Empire's there. The homeboy, little incel living with his mom, he's there. He's going to go there, right? You see him stealing from his mother to go buy a plane ticket to Ferrix, right? And his, by the way, is his mom one of the most low-key evil characters in Star Wars? Like, God damn.
Bad parents raise bad kids, man.
And so I wonder if that, like, I think there's going to be so much waiting for him that she's going to have to be the one to be like, all right, boom,
let's get you out of here.
Yep, we're going to get you out of here.
But again, I wouldn't put Pat Luthen to send that girl there to kill Andor's mom just to draw Andor out so they could take Andor back and he could work for Luthen again.
Right.
Like he's that cold.
He's that it's, man.
So I truly don't know.
I think we're going to get a come with me if you want to live moment. with her and Andor. I think that's what we're gonna get. We're gonna get the "Come with me if you want to live." I think.
Dude, I can't wait for next. It's a whole year before season 2 comes out.
I know, dude. This show is just been fucking everything. It's just man, just
so good,
top notch all the way through. One more to go. The day before Thanksgiving. My goodness, are we gonna have Ramble Radio? How are we gonna? We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out somehow. We'll do something.
We're gonna figure something out. Damn it. We can escape at some moment during that day for 20 minutes, right? Are you going to be home? Are you going to out of town?
I'm going to be up at my in-laws, but I can record up there if we have.
Oh, you can? Okay, cool. Sweet. When do you take off?
I think Sunday or Monday.
Look at that. There we go. All right, well, so, by the way, Ndamukong Suh, Philadelphia Eagle.
Wait, is that going to help? I mean, he's 90 at this point.
Yeah.
He's a defensive tackle.
It just sucks that they get a name because you're like, God damn.
But I think that's what it is at this point. It's just a name.
It's just a name. Like, but are you happy that you sent them into such a panic?
But that's what I think happened. They got sent into such a panic of like, oh shit, the Texans ran all over us and Washington controlled the ball for 40 minutes.
Right.
We got to go find somebody. I'm like, well, I don't think Ndamukong Suh is the guy.
I don't
at this point.
Either. Yeah.
Maybe he is, but he's got to be in his mid-30s at this point.
Yeah.
There's a lot of wear on that tread too.
A lot of wear on that one, a lot. So we'll see. But so I hate to do this because it's been a really fun one. We got recapping Andor's, but we have the contractual. Oh boy.
Okay.
I don't know how I'm gonna do this at Andrea's parents. I don't know how we're gonna bring him in.
Maybe we don't. Maybe we.
See if Dex is around.
Maybe Dex can drop in for a minute. Skeletor. Let's see. We have a big holiday week coming up next week, Thanksgiving, here in the United States, where we're thankful for things in our lives. Do you have any sort of thing on Eternia where you celebrate and be thankful for what you have?
Oh, that's a good question.
Eddie, that's a wonderful question, and I'm glad that you've asked me that. God, how do I, how do I answer this without gloating? And I promise this comes from a place of humility. But one thing I do is I enforce a law anywhere near Snake Mountain that you must be thankful for my giant dick. That's what that is. Doesn't matter how old you are. Doesn't matter how you swing. You basically have to be thankful for my giant blue cock. And if you're not, then I choke you to death with it. Again, doesn't matter your age, nothing. Just it's going right down your gullet until you show proper respect. So that's what the people of Eternia are thankful for. You wonder what I'm thankful for. God, my dick is so big, Eddie. There's only one place big enough for it to go, and that's He-Man's mother's pussy! So I guess I'm thankful for that. If I need a warm place in the wintertime to put my big blue cock. But nobody saw that coming, did you? Don't fucking lie! You didn't!
Oh, man. How are we going to... Who wants to talk to this guy?
I hope Dex sits in next week.
When have we ever thought we'd say that?
I know.
When have we
really hoping we can get him to sit in next week?
When have we ever said, like... Jesus fuck.
We're looking into Prince Adam's laptop, by the way. All right? You mentioned the D-Man. We got big plans. We are looking into Prince Adam's laptop. We're going to figure out what the fuck is going on.
Okay.
Good that they waste their time on Eternia, too. That's great.
Yeah, I guess man, who knew? Jesus Christ. Wow. Oh.
All right.
Don't take A!
Okay. Jesus Christ. This is... Okay, this guy. Cinesnob Cody.
Yeah.
We want to get those numbers up. We
got to get
really
LaQuisha
need to
back up.
We got to get LaQuisha on top. The crocodile. I mean, really, I think the we kind of getting ahead of ourselves with the LaQuisha stuff. It's really Crocodile Dundee 2. That's the beginning of this.
Right.
That's the genesis of this. Is the travesty of how somehow it is rated lower than
Crocodile Dundee 3.
3, which I don't think we bothered watching.
No.
Dundee 2, opening night, we were at that motherfucker.
I was there, and, there's parts of the movie I was into, and then it kept going.
Him blowing up the fish with the dynamite in the Hudson Bay.
Great.
Brilliant.
Great.
What an opener.
What a Crocodile Dundee move.
What an opener. I mean, to me, you have the opening to each Lord of the Rings film.
Yeah.
And then him.
And then him.
Dynamite.
Yeah.
It's up there. I don't know which one's number one.
It's up.
I don't know which
It's a grab bag. Really. Throw them all in, pick one.
You're happy.
You're happy either way.
With the answer.
No matter what happens. You're right. Let's work on that. That's like trying to get, let's try to get, Georgia to turn blue. That's what that is. It's doable. Let's not throw a bunch of money into Texas.
Florida, or Ohio.
Not going to get Texas. Texas is red. It's what it's going to be.
We just have
LaQuisha is going to stay where it's at.
Right. For now, but let's at least get this Crocodile Dundee 2 and 3 shit.
That one we can move. The other one's going to take a longer ground game.
Now, Eddie, real quick, Crocodile Dundee 2 was I saw it once. That was enough for me.
I unfortunately have seen it more than once. I've seen it a couple times.
But I remember what wasn't, like, if I'm not mistaken, that opening scene where he's throwing dynamite in the Hudson to catch fish. Wasn't that like the fucking what do you call them? The fucking sea police. What's your fucking name?
Oh, it's
Coast Guard.
I think it was Coast Guard or just the NYPD
and
boat.
Weren't they just
police.
Well,
that's what happened. They came over and show it, and you think he's in trouble, and then they're like,
it's just Mick Dundee.
They gave him a ride back.
Yeah, here's this psycho with explosives. You.
Just good thing Crocodile Dundee wasn't black, or that would have been a different movie.
My God.
He doesn't get a ride back.
Had Crocodile Dundee been an Aborigine, that guy is fucking never seen or heard from again.
Nope.
After that one scene.
He's at the bottom of the Hudson.
Dynamite in the Hudson. Do you get white privilege a little? Did we just explain white privilege in the
using Crocodile Dundee too?
Possible. The most succinct way we can imagine. Is if Mick Dundee had been Aboriginal, that guy's dead for throwing dynamite.
Dead man.
To fish. Eddie, where can all the fine folks find you?
5 days a week, patreon.com, the Ralph Report. Tuesdays, Fridays, we got Ramble Radio. Wednesdays, we got Ramble Propo.
Look at that. That's us. We're the Ramblers. That's us. We ramble, so you don't have to. I mean, why? And the ball's on anyone to criticize that.
Exactly.
We ramble, so
you don't have to.
Think about this. Think about that.
Just think about it. That's all. That's all we have.
You can find me in the same Ramble places. You can find Eddie and Cody. Twitch.tv/Retro Rocha as I play. Still going through Symphony of the Night. Castlevania. Fucking tremendous game. I don't know how I missed a boat on this, Eddie, but I'm happy I'm back. I'm learning it now.
Making up for lost time.
Making up for lost time. My YouTube channel, all that good shit. You know where to find us. Find us. You know where to love us. Love us. We will see you next week. We want you all to have a great weekend. We're going to be rocking you for Thanksgiving. What else do you
How
need?
Thankful do you need to be?
Right.
Pretty thankful.
Work on that, maybe?
A little bit.
Maybe work on that. Maybe work on throwing us a thank you.
A little bit.
Maybe. I mean, God. Is it that tough to do? Whew. All right. Well, stay safe, everybody. Take care. We love you all. Have a great weekend. Bye.